Welcome to episode 44 of the EOS Hot Sauce. I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we've got another spicy one for you this week. In this week's episode, EOS Mainnet update, Voice beta released, Wax partnership hype, BOS VM 2.0, Ultra sneak peek, Prometheus, Upland, EOS locally, and EOS Nation on TikTok. EOS Hot Sauce is available in every format. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe and that bell button. If you're listening on SoundCloud, give us a like. Give us a 5-star rating on your podcast player of choice, and don't forget to subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter at eosnation.io. First up, EOS Mainnet update. In our previous blog posts and recent EOS Hot Sauce, we took a look behind the scenes at the collaborative work that's been happening in the last few weeks between block.one and the key block producers of the EOS Mainnet. A few days ago, we published our latest EOS Mainnet update that took a more technical look at the details of the architectural changes recently deployed by block producers. In this article, we explain the troubleshooting process as well as the new node architecture that is now in place. The amount of work and collaboration that we've seen so far in 2020 between block.one and key block producer has been significant. Here's a quote from our article. Figuring out the problem and coming up with a solution was a very collaborative effort between the top 21 and block.one. This took a tremendous amount of work and coordination on the part of many teams located around the world. For example, at one point several adjacent block producers sent in their logs to block.one so issues could be traced going from one block producer to the next. It's normal that some teams were more involved than others, but all the teams contributed what they had to. We also want to give a special shout out to WhaleX, who provided great leadership by coming up with the solution as well as offering a lot of help in implementing it. We highly recommend our readers take the time to read our latest EOS Mainnet update in full, as it contains tons of valuable information for all stakeholders in the network. Next up, Voice beta release. Announced on June 1st, 2019, there was much speculation around block.one's new social media platform. And since the 14th of February was set as the launch for the public beta, the community was buzzing with excitement. Finally, Voice had its hello world moment. Shortly after Voice CEO Sala Zelatino published an open letter headlined "Why We Are Here," the first beta testers were welcomed to the platform and screenshots were in high demand. It's been a couple of days now since the launch of Voice beta, and several beta testers have shared their experience. You'll find an in-depth video analysis on their latest Everything EOS episode, where Zach Gall invited EOS Nation CEO Eve LaRose. Here's a quick summary of findings and reactions so far. User interface and user experience. First, let's dive into the onboarding process and some of the UI UX features. Users that previously signed up for the beta received an invitation email, which in some cases could end up in the spam folder. For the account creation, you need to take a picture and verify your identity with either a passport or a driver's license. Once verified, you'll find a very clean and crisp interface and 3,000 voice tokens for you to claim as a reward. You'll find a feed of different categories such as travel, wellness, philosophy, and humor. And a filter lets you sort the content by most recent, most voice, most commented, and most active. Users can like, comment, and voice posts. They can also follow their favorite content creators by clicking the listen button next to their name. Posts must contain a minimum of 160 characters and can include images, video, or hyperlinks. A character minimum is an interesting approach, as it hints already at the intention of the platform to be a place for valuable content with time and effort invested. For the text portion, Voice offers several formatting options, ensuring that everything looks slick and easy to read. Voice posts are time-stamped on the blockchain through hashes. Users have the option to delete previous posts, however this action will be visible on the public record. If you want to take a look at Voice before testing it out, Peter K, aka Bitgenstein, shared a couple of screen recordings on Twitter, and a beta tester named Samantha documented her whole first Voice experience in a great YouTube video. The overall feel of post creation is similar to Medium, but it's combined with a better sharing experience through a multitude of options for interaction driven by the Voice token. The Voice token. The Voice token is at the heart of the Voice platform, creating unique incentive structures to drive back the value of the platform to the users instead of extracting it. First of all, each user earns 100 Voice tokens each day they log in, and they can earn more by creating popular content. Yet another, and probably the most unique option to earn tokens is by voicing a post. Voicing an article will showcase your profile in a prominent banner at the top of the post. To voice an article, you'll need to spend some of your Voice tokens to outbid the previous user that voiced the article. If another user outbids you, you'll get all of your tokens back, plus a 10% profit. The voicing is final once no one outbids the top bidder for 24 hours, which secures public exposure for the winning bidder and earns the creator of the article 33% of the final bid. Win-win. The Voice It function brings a fun gamification aspect to Voice, allowing users to claim some of the content's value. We can't wait to see what kind of strategies users come up with to maximize their earnings and popularity. KYC Verified Users. As previously mentioned, you need to verify your identity before you can join Voice, produce content, and earn tokens. The reasons why were addressed on the Voice blog post, Why KYC Matters. For the verification process, block.one partnered with the KYC provider EOSIO, who have ensured that provided information is only used to check the identity. Copies of the ID documents will be automatically deleted once verified. The value of the public conversation and opinions shared on Voice are backed by real people vouching for the integrity of the information with their name and real-life reputation. Voice is not a place for manipulation through bots and fake users, or the noise and deception of trolls. As CEO Sala Zalatimo put it, Voice is a platform for people who are for the collective pursuit of truth. While not everyone in the community is a big fan of KYC, it's nice to know upfront that users of Voice are giving up their anonymity and will act accordingly. Since most of our email accounts, mobile devices, or applications are already verified through a phone number, which are in most cases connected to an ID, this doesn't seem like much of a far stretch. This point of view was summarized in a great meme by Binaural Beats. Soon, content on Voice will be accessible to the public, and only those who want to actively participate in Voice are required to verify. Ground rules and moderation. We have never seen what moderation looks like when you remove fake accounts. We believe accountability will dramatically reduce the need for human intervention. That's a quote by Sala Zalatino responding to Colin Talks Crypto, who did a great review on Voice on his YouTube channel. Yes, Voice came with a set of ground rules, and there will be moderation. Society and culture defines itself through a framework of rules that state what is acceptable and what is not. Voice is taking a stance against hate speech, abuse, threats, and violence, and users can refer to a clear set of guidelines in the process of self-moderation. As we've learned in the presentation block.one shared a couple of weeks back, users that help to keep the platform clean will also be rewarded with tokens. So the goal is not top-down censorship, but more of a self-regulating consensus on civilized behavior and respectful coexistence, values that real people across the globe already agree upon. Conclusion. Voice doesn't aim to replace all existing social media platforms, and those more comfortable surfing the web under a pseudonym already have plenty of places to choose from. Voice fills a vacuum in a time lacking reliable representation of public opinion. With innovative design elements, Voice creates incentives for users to cultivate an environment for quality discussions on a variety of topics. Content producers can take a professional approach, as they can reap all the profits from popularity of their work and build up a reputation attached to their proven identity. Nowadays, most media outlets are owned by a few individuals, and more information is hidden behind paywalls or walled gardens. Voice creates a counterbalance to the traditional publishing industry and creates a forum for independent journalism. Next up, EOSIO networks. First, Wax Mystery Partnership. The Wax community has seen an explosion of interest this week as Wax shared some hints about an upcoming partnership. We saw the silhouette of what looked like Mickey Mouse, and also a Major League Baseball World Series trophy. Many community members have speculated that this might be a partnership with Topps, a tradable sports card company that has been recently expanding their products to offer tradable NFTs as well. They have licensing deals with both Disney and MLB. Sign up to be notified when the announcement is revealed and get a chance to win 10,000 Wax tokens. This excitement has led to significant trading action, and Wax is now the second largest EOSIO network as measured by market cap. Congratulations to the entire Wax community. As usual, Wax continues to deliver tools that make it easier for developers and users to interact with the network. Their latest release, Wax GreenieBot, which can be found at Wax GreenieBot on Telegram, helps you monitor your Wax accounts, provides live prices, links to Wax guides, account management, and feedback management, with more functionalities coming soon. The other significant release is the new NFT standard called Atomic Assets. Developed by the Pink.Network Wax Guild, this new standard looks to address some of the limitations of the DGood and Simple Assets standards developed approximately 1 year ago. Atomic Assets offers more RAM efficiency, notifications for smart contracts, powerful trade offers, and the ability to back assets with core tokens. There's a lot more to come, and the roadmap includes many tools needed for Atomic Assets to be as user-friendly and developer-friendly as possible. These tools include an Explorer API, NFT Creator, trading interface, and marketplace. And the last item we want to share for you this week is the updated guidelines for the Office of Inspector General and the February 2020 OIG report. Congratulations to Wax Sweden.org, Pink.Network, and Aloha EOS for finishing in the top 3 this month. Next up, BOS VM 2.0. The BOS Core technical team is led by a passion for building and innovating. Their latest article explains their approach and upgrade process in order to implement BOS VM 2.0. The main technical features for BOS VM 2.0 are extremely fast execution, extremely fast parsing and loading, efficient time-bound execution, deterministic execution, C++ and header-only integration, and highly extensible design. Are you new to BOS or not familiar with the advantages that BOS offers? Toju Kaka, an EOS Nation Ambassador and BOS Community Manager, published a great list of the top 10 reasons why developers should be building on BOS. Next up, Ultra Sneak Peek. We all know Remy James from his work on Scatter, and just recently he started to work on the Ultra platform. One can tell that he's very excited about his new job, and we really enjoyed reading his article where he summarizes what makes Ultra special. For anyone that still needs an intro to Ultra, this piece is definitely a good entry point, as it clearly outlines all the advantages that position Ultra to compete with traditional game distributors over a rapidly growing market that was valued at $151.9 billion in 2019. Besides leveraging all the benefits of EOSIO blockchain technology, the magic of Ultra lies in the alignment of interests for game developers, creating an ecosystem of opportunities to earn UOS just by sharing the passion for games. You can take a closer look at the Ultra Game Dev Center in the second video sneak peek of the platform, which is currently in closed beta testing, where developers can easily adjust the metadata of their games, issue tokens via the token factory, and create limited editions. Next up, decentralized blockchain applications. Prometheus file storage by Crypt Alliance. In a video interview by mBlue Crypto, Roman from the Crypt Alliance had some exciting news to share, as he introduced and demonstrated live an already working solution for file storage on EOSIO blockchains. It currently supports EOS Jungle Testnet, Meet1, and Telos. Via Prometheus, users can log in with Scatter, upload a file, and generate a download link for sharing. Larger files are automatically spread across many transactions or blocks, and even video files the size of 800 megabytes have been successfully uploaded to the Jungle Testnet. Each upload is shown in the PubShare gallery and sorted in categories, allowing a good browsing experience. There you'll also find the Prometheus whitepaper, saved as a PDF on the EOS blockchain. Go try it out yourself, but remember that the usage of net needs to be considered when uploading. For more information, watch the full video interview or join the Prometheus Telegram chat. Next up, Upland. What's up in Upland? Quite a lot, it seems. Soon, Uplanders will be able to take off as the San Francisco Airport, or SFO, is about to be open for business, allowing users to travel to other cities. If you're familiar with the game, you already know that a much frequented location like an airport is a very lucrative piece of real estate. Each user that wants to travel needs to pass through one of the airport parcels, meaning that the owner of that parcel will earn plenty, just like in Monopoly. It goes without saying that those parcels will be in high demand, and once again the creators of Upland came up with an interesting promotion by announcing the Fly SFO drawing. The Upland team will be selecting the first lucky winner on the 20th of February on a livestream with the Bad Crypto podcast during NFT.nyc. The leading annual conference for NFTs and digital crypto collectibles. Next up, EOS Locally. EOS Locally, the peer-to-peer OTC trading platform, is constantly expanding their offering. After adding EOSDT and USDT EOS stablecoins as payment options, they've just added PayPal. They've also recently opened trading for the popular EOSIO networks Wax, BOS, and Telos. Good news for the whole ecosystem, and especially good for Wax traders since they had the chance to earn some extra tokens through the Wax trading giveaway. You'll find instructions on how to use EOS Locally in the announcements. And finally, the vibrant EOSIO community. As we see movement in the markets and more traditional industries warming up to the concept and potential of blockchains, the underlying technology is still a complex topic, and most people are still hesitant to dive in, create accounts, and just learn by using wallets and applications. EOS Nation has always been at the forefront of user education on all knowledge levels, online via multiple social media channels or offline via meetups and events. TikTok is gaining popularity and defining a new format, and we're happy to announce that we started producing educational content there as well. On our EOS Nation's TikTok account, you'll already find several EOSIO topics and features covered in short and practical video clips. If you're active on TikTok, come visit us, learn more about EOSIO, and show us some love. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. EOS Nation is a top 21 block producer on the EOS Public Network. We earn inflation rewards based on the percentage of tokens staked towards us. Those rewards are reinvested into EOSIO community, tools, and infrastructure. Help us grow the ecosystem by staking your vote to EOS Nation FTW for BP or proxying to Proxy4Nation. Visit proxy.eosnation.io for more information. Remember, we never accept compensation in exchange for featuring projects in the EOS Hot Sauce. That means if a project is included in the EOS Hot Sauce, it's because we believe that project brings value to the EOSIO ecosystem, and we want our community to know about it. Are you building an interesting project on EOSIO? We want to hear from you. Reach out to us on social media or email info@eosnation.io. Thanks for supporting EOS Nation and for listening to this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. Want more spicy updates? Check out eosnation.io to find previous episodes. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and hit that bell so you get notified the next time we post a video. Give us a like on SoundCloud, give us a 5-star rating in your favorite podcast player, and subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter at eosnation.io. Once again, I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, let's keep it spicy.